Yeah, but just the Gudbranson signing, this matches what you wanted to do in terms of size, physicality, right side, right shot.
Yeah, perfectly. He was our number one target, and we're very happy to get him. He brings all those elements that we felt that we were missing, and he's a great character guy. And I just got a text from a guy that coached him in the NHL, how raving about his character and what kind of teammate he is. That we're going to love him. So our scouts have done this all year long. We identified the targets that we felt that we needed, and our problem is not scoring goals. You know, we can talk about the center ice position or whatever we want, but we scored a lot of goals. We just got to keep the puck out of our net, and this guy can defend. He's a penalty killer, and he's got size and strength and toughness and grit and leadership. So we're excited, very excited to have Eric here.
You mentioned the desire for size and physicality on the ice. Did you sense last year that you were short of veteran voices in the room as well? There was a lot of turnover. Is that, you mentioned that ability with him, but is that something you felt like you needed to add as well?
No, I think we have a really good leadership group with Zach Wierenski and Boone Jenner and Jake Voracek, Gus Nyquist, Bjorkstrand. Those guys are pretty experienced leaders now, but it never hurts to add some more. So I think he'll be a great addition in that sense as well.
When you look at Gudbranson, I'm sure it'll be up to the coaching staff where they want to put him, obviously. But when you kind of look at him in that mix, do you see him, how well do you see him fitting into kind of like what we saw last year with, moving the puck pretty quick and skating and all that on the back end?
Oh, we have plenty of those guys. No, we needed this element badly, where a guy with size can play tough in front of the net in the areas where most of the goals are scored from. Also number one penalty killing unit on a very good team in Calgary last year. So I think he'll fit our needs perfectly. We have plenty of puck moving, swift skating offensive defensemen in our lineup, and this was something that we needed.
I'm sure if there are critics of a move like this, they'll point at the 1.9. I think it was 1.9, whatever he made last year, and it's $4 million here for 4 years. Can you address that at all? As far as just, was there? I'm assuming there was a market for Gudbranson.
There's critics one way or the other. Whatever we do, there's always critics. So with all due respect, and we appreciate the fans' passion. The one thing I'll say is that this system is dictated in the CBA. Before the UFA years, we have to pay guys just for their points and their ice time and their other statistics. When you get to UFA, you pay for the intangibles too. And this is what this guy brings, and it's a price of doing business, and the market dictates that. And if you want a guy, then there's a price of doing business, and we got it done.
I mean, you may have just answered it with that answer just there, but you guys pay attention to analytics as everybody does. Are there certain players and certain elements of those players where you throw out the analytics and say, this is an element we need, and the other stuff can take care of itself? And does that apply here to Gudbranson?
The analytics guys are very smart guys, and they crunch the numbers for us. We believe in analytics. We have guys, very smart guys working in our analytics departments. But whenever we talk, I always challenge them about the intangibles. There's no analytics for intangibles, and that's still a huge part of the game.
We're obviously still very early into this. It was just 3 hours ago the thing opened up for free agency. Do you sense that do you get any kind of sense whether you're done with this move, or is there still stuff on the to-do list that is out there?
We have stuff on our to-do list every day here, so we're by no means done. We're going to look at our board again and see what opportunities might be in front of us and what could improve our team. But we talked about it a year ago that we're going to build this the right way. We got some physicality and size and toughness into our lineup now, which we badly needed last year. And we're going to grow from within. I'm pretty excited to watch our development camp today with some of the prospects that we now have in our system. I think we're very well stocked there. We're going to grow a lot from within, and the next step will be here at the rookie tournament, and training camp, and we'll see where we're at with all of our players. But you know, I think we have a really strong forward group. You know, a lot of people want to talk about the center ice position, for example, but we have Sillinger, who had an excellent season. Boone had his best year at center. I don't see any reason to move him away from that position. Jack Roslovic, especially the second half of the season, grew as a two-way player, and we know he can score and create offense. And then we had Sean Corrali, who we thought had an excellent season, and you can add Texier into that group of guys that can play center. So on the wings, we're stocked. We have a lot of guys that can score, and you know, the guys like Chinakov and you know, young guys like that, and Marchenko coming in with the chance. Ken Johnson, those guys will grow with us, and you know, we're excited of our group here. We played some pretty good hockey last year. We're going to play better hockey next year, and that's the goal here, is to improve every day and work towards the goal of winning the cup.
And just in terms of competitive spirit and morale, how important was it for you to change your look on the back end before this season?
It was important. You know, we felt that we were light at times. We were, you know, that's probably one cause of the defensive issues that we had. We have a lot of guys that are mobile and skilled and good NHL players, but we were a little light back there. Well, we're a lot heavier back there right now.
I don't know what to do. They wanted me to unmute. Jarmo. I don't know. Unmute the audio. I did.
This is probably an amalgamation of questions you already been asked, but this blue line looks totally different, both on the NHL level and the prospect level from where it was probably about 2 years ago. Do you feel pretty good right where you are now, but also the real future that you have ahead with this group that you've pretty much totally remade over the last couple of years?
Yeah, really excited to watch the blue line. And I looked at our roster for Traverse City this year. It looks as good as I've ever seen in my years in the NHL for rookie tournament. And you know, I feel old now, but I've been around for a long time, since 1996 or 95 actually. And you know, Jiricek, Matejchuk has a pair today. Kuhlmans, Richard, those guys, they look great here at camp, and I think that we'll see in Traverse City that we have a really strong blue line coming.
Jarmo, what can you do if there's no way to alleviate the logjam at forward? Can you bring 16, 17 forwards to camp and see how it plays out and string it along even further? Is that something you need to remedy this summer?
No, we'll work at it. We have some flexibility with guys that don't need waivers, so we can work around it. But I'm confident that we can fit in the best possible lineup into the 23-man roster when the time comes.